I'm Dr. Brian Walker, and today I'm asking people at Kings Park in Perth if they want to see cannabis legalised across Australia. I was wondering, do you have any thoughts about legalising cannabis in Australia?
Yes, I do.
What are your thoughts?
I would like it very much because I have bone cancer, so I would like it, yeah.
That's really interesting. I'll have to chat about, because I'm a doctor, as you may have heard
Yeah.
as well, so I actually prescribe cannabis for people with cancer pain. What are your thoughts?
If it's done properly and it serves the correct people correctly, then yes, but not random, no.
What do you think is the evil side of cannabis?
Like any substance, be it alcohol or cigarettes, it's the abuse of it.
Quite so. What do you think?
I agree with that. I think there's reasons for it and reasons against it. And some people are very clever to get it for the wrong reasons.
Now, you mentioned you got cancer. I do
Yeah.
hope you're getting better with that.
No.
Is cannabis helping you at all?
I'm not using it at the moment.
Why not?
Well, because it's all new.
Does your doctor know about cannabis and medicine and
Yeah.
managing pain? And what does your doctor say about this?
Well, we haven't talked about it yet. Because I'm actually I'm on a trial, so I'm on lots of medication, and I've got to do what they say.
I hear that all the time.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Now, what do you think about legalising cannabis?
I don't know. Where I work, we get drug tested, so I'm not really for it. So
Now, you had in New Zealand a recent election. It was a question, wasn't it, about legalising cannabis in New Zealand? Almost got through. What are your thoughts on that?
again, it all depends where you work. Because if they legalise it, because we get tested, and it goes like I think the tests go back like for about 2 weeks. So if you had it 2 weeks ago,
6 weeks.
6 weeks is it? Well, then you lost your job. So I'm against it, I'm afraid.
I find the same problem. I'm a medical practitioner, and a lot of people with fly in, fly out can't take the medical prescription I give because of that very issue there. But how does that compare with things like alcohol?
Well, true. Yeah, I agree there, yeah. Because, I mean, you can get drunk the day before you go to work. If you get tested, you're clear, aren't you? So,
Do you agree that cannabis should be legalised in Western Australia?
Oh, I don't know. For what purpose though? For pain?
Well, pain is certainly
not
one reason.
for pleasure, no, as in get crazy.
Why not?
Well, I really don't know a great deal about it. Does it affect your mind in that you don't really know what you're doing?
Like alcohol, you mean?
Well, yeah, I suppose alcohol. Everything to, has a what do you call it? You need to control. You need to be aware of what you're doing.
So if we treated alcohol and cannabis the same way, would that be a good idea?
Gosh. Well, hang on. I do like my red wine, and I know what amount I can handle. So I don't know. I really don't.
It has other issues. They have psychosis. They have mental issues. What's the other word? Frustration and anxiety. It brings that all on board. So I think it should be. I don't know whether this should be legalised. I believe it can be very good for some people, very, very dangerous for another lot of people.
Hi there. I'm Brian Walker. Where are you from?
I'm from the United States,
Which part?
North Carolina
North
and
Car-
Washington.
I've been there. Lovely place as well. Quick question though. What do you think about legalising cannabis?
Well, I think if it's for medicinal purposes and very strictly regulated, I think it's doable. We're seeing some good examples in the US, but obviously there's a lot of ifs and buts in implementation.
What do you see as a problem of recreational use of cannabis?
I see a lot of challenges just even in my immediate family because I think very quickly it's turning into an addiction. And, globally, and I find, I'm originally from India where recreational use of cannabis and in the US is really growing by leaps and bounds. And, there's obviously not the stigma attached like with hard drugs. So I think it's very easy to get addicted thinking it's just something you can get off easily.
How does it compare with alcohol?
Not having ever tried cannabis, I would say that it's, the perception of cannabis seems similar, that you can take it and leave it, unlike other hard drugs. But just based on, people, young people I'm seeing getting addicted, I'm not sure it's as easy.
How many deaths occur due to cannabis?
I actually don't know.
0. How about alcohol?
Alcohol, a lot.
Which of the two is safer?
I would say cannabis, because with alcohol, you obviously have a lot of other issues, especially the addiction, as well as the drunk driving, which is a huge issue. I mean, I don't really know any data of accidental deaths by cannabis. I'm sure there are, but I don't know the data as well as I do for alcohol.
Thank you so much for that. Do you think that cannabis should be legalized in Western Australia?
What is cannabis?
Marijuana.
Oh, no. No.
That's interesting. Tell me why you think that.
Because it's not, it's a illegal drugs, so it shouldn't be allowed. So it should be banned.
Why is that, do you think?
Because when the people consume, they cause trouble, I think. And they do bad thing in the community. So it's not safe.
Are you talking about alcohol or cannabis?
I think I'm talking about cannabis.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you think that cannabis should be legalized in Western Australia?
Yes,
Why is that?
because I like it.
What does it do for you?
Relaxes me and makes me sleep good.
Why do you think it's not permitted just now?
Because, well, we're behind. It's coming. It's coming.
Also, your restless leg syndrome.
Yeah, me restless legs syndrome. It helps with that. Yeah, no, I just think, why wouldn't it be?
Thank you so much for that. Do you think that cannabis should be legalized in Western Australia?
Legalised. I'm a nurse, so I do see the benefits of it for pain control. To legalise it, probably I would say yes. Got quite a few. If you take the addictive part away from the cannabis, I believe that the properties it has for pain control are not just pain control, actually. Epilepsy, autism, correct, and cancer patients for the palliative, well, not even palliative, just for the general pain management. Yeah.
I find this very interesting, actually. What makes you think that cannabis is actually addictive?
Well, from what I've read.
But this is the people here. People think it's addictive, but actually it's maybe habituating, not addictive. You can't actually get withdrawal from stopping the cannabis.
Right, okay, all right, well, I'll
But it can make you sick.
Yeah, I think it doesn't suit everybody. I think that, is it the THC part of it or something, whatever it is, I can't remember now, I think that's a part that can have quite an effect on some people. So I mean, like analgesia, if you don't really need it, like oxycodones and stuff like that, if you don't need it, if you haven't got that pain or the symptom, then it is going to make you sick.
Quite so, thank you for that. Do you think that cannabis should be legalised in Western Australia?
That's a tricky question.
It is, why?
Well, you could go both ways. I mean, it does have definitely a lot of health benefits associated with it, but abuse also is a big problem. But I guess if it's legalised, you can control the abuse side to a greater extent. So probably on the balance, yes.
That's very nice. How do you think cannabis compares with alcohol?
Does less harm. I think alcohol does more harm.
Why do you think the government doesn't allows alcohol to be prescribed when you're driving, but not cannabis?
Another good question. Just history, I guess. It's always been that way, so it is still that way. It's hard to change something that is in place.
How do you feel about the effectiveness of prohibition?
Poor, very poor.
Thank you so much.
Totally ineffectual.
After seeing my patients suffer for far too long, I became a politician so I could legalise a healthy, healing herb. If you agree that the government should legalise cannabis, I need your support. Hit that follow button and let's create a future where wellness is accessible to all. See you soon.